Hi there. So, yesterday I uploaded one of my older videos to BitChute, and it took a very long time because the internet here in the mountains is very, very slow. But thankfully, I got a comment on my YouTube channel from Wayne, and it dawned on me that I can just download all of my stuff off of YouTube onto my phone and then back it up on my computer. And that's what I did. And it didn't take very much time at all. So, yeah, everything's backed up. So I don't have to worry about it getting gone anymore. And I don't have to move everything over to BitChute. Now, from here on out, I still am going to be uploading onto both platforms. But, yeah, problem solved. Thank you, Wayne. Okay, let's talk about advice columns because that's going to be our topic today. Advice columns suck. And they've been around forever, at least from what I know. I remember seeing them in the newspaper as a kid, and of course now, like everything else, they have moved to the internet, and I just so happened to come across one when I was actually reading a news story. It was one of those things that was up next, and I clicked on it, and I read it. And then I read the one after that, and I thought, one is not like the other. So I'm going to go ahead now and read both of them in their entirety to you, and let's just see if you guys can figure out what's going on here. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Question. Wife messaging abusive ex. My wife of 9 years told me she needed to reach out to her abusive and controlling ex to try to get closure. I said, okay. When I noticed that the passcode on her phone had changed, I got into her messenger and saw their messages. She told him he was her one chance at true love and her soulmate, and that she missed sex with him. I told her she couldn't have a husband and a soulmate, and that she should take time to figure that out. She said she wanted me. The day after couples counseling, she texted him again with a lot of the same things. I found out a week later. She said it was just online and that she had sent him a final message about how great I am and how he was a mistake. It's been 2 months, but I still feel insecure about our love. She doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Neither does the marriage counselor. But I'm still insecure, and I feel it's not all me being too insecure. Is it rational to doubt your wife after that happened twice? Here's the answer. Let's leave aside the question of rationality for the moment and focus on this part. When I noticed the passcode on her phone had changed, I got into her messenger and saw their messages. It doesn't sound like you've apologized to her for violating her privacy, nor does it sound like you've discussed in couples counseling your decision to break into her phone when you noticed she'd changed her passcode. That's pretty salient, I think, and it's not a great sign that your wife can trust you either. What was going through your mind in that moment? How did you justify your decision to violate her privacy, and why did you decide to do that instead of asking her about it? If you don't trust your wife to tell you the truth in general, what's your plan? To read her text messages in secret every couple of weeks to make sure she's not lying to you? Does that seem like the kind of marriage you envisioned when you two first got together? I don't bring it all up to minimize the pain your wife caused you, and I agree that it's rational to doubt your wife's words when she repeatedly lied to you about the nature of her contact with her ex. But I don't think you're going to get anywhere by going through her phone. It won't actually get you what you want, which is a relationship in which honesty and trust predominate. I'm not sure why your marriage counselor no longer wants to discuss these incidents, but without insisting you go all back and relitigate those specific text messages, I think it's crucial that you two figure out how you can deal with uncertainty, suspicion, and complicated desires together, because reading your wife's messages is no substitute for knowing your wife's mind and letting her know what's going on in yours. So that was the first one. Let's go on to the second one. Love letters. Last year, my husband had an affair, 4 to 5 months long. I found a book of romantic poetry she gave him. After I confronted him, he ended it. He has recommitted himself to me, our marriage, and our family. He tells me that I'm his whole world, and he can't believe he jeopardized our marriage. I believe him. We've had the help of an amazing therapist, and we're moving forward. I recently found that poetry book again, and another, in the spare tire space in the trunk of his car, which I borrowed with his knowledge. The books have love notes inserted between the pages. She says that talking to him makes her heart so full it might burst, and how kissing him under a cherry tree, right next to his memories, was some kind of magic. I am gutted. Her notes paint an emotional affair, and I am traumatized all over again. A physical affair hurts, but the idea he shared memories that were created with me by his side, something I can discern from context, is so much more unbearable. Can I destroy them? Here's the answer. You can destroy the books and notes, but I don't think that will destroy the pain you're feeling now. You say you've been moving forward in therapy, which may be something to do with why you feel reluctant to bring up what you found now. This feels like a real step backwards, like all of your propulsive efforts up to this point have been wasted. That's understandable, and I hope you won't bottle up your honest reaction to this painful revelation in the interest of forward momentum. You've learned more about the nature of his affair and the ways in which it wasn't just sex, and it all hurts in a brand new way. That doesn't mean you can't still commit to rebuilding your marriage if that remains your goal. It's possible for you to honestly share your grief, hurt, and anger, for him to listen, apologize, and slowly rebuild your trust, and for the two of you to find a way to heal together. But for healing to be possible, you both have to know the extent of the wound. And that's that. I don't think these two things are the same. And I'm curious to see what you guys think. So, anyhow, hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you soon.